I'm not a perfect person. I made a mistake, a huge mistake. Jeopardizing everything that I have. Like, there's not a single person on this planet that is more disappointed or upset.
Landon is under fire, and the allegations against him are nothing short of shocking. From being accused of emotional manipulation to stalking and even physical abuse, the internet can't stop talking about the explosive claims made by his ex-girlfriends. And just when you thought things couldn't get worse, Landon himself stepped in to defend his actions. But instead of clearing his name, he may have made the situation even messier. From leaked messages where he allegedly dismissed his relationship as fake, to accusations of crossing serious boundaries, the details are pouring in fast. But what's really going on here? Are these accusations valid? Or is there more to the story? Let's break it all down. Starting with the cheating scandal that blew the lid off everything. It all started when Wizard Liz, Landon's ex-girlfriend, came forward with claims that rocked the internet. She accused Landon of cheating on her while she was pregnant, a revelation that left fans outraged. According to Liz, Landon had been talking to another woman on Snapchat behind her back, and when the screenshots leaked, they painted a damning picture. In the chats, Landon allegedly messaged the other woman with casual lines like, "Are you in?" and "Do you want to meet up?" The woman, clearly skeptical, responded by asking, "Aren't you married?" To this, Landon reportedly replied, "It's complicated. I'm not married. It's all for the internet." He even went as far as to claim that the wedding ring he was seen wearing was just for a video. The woman repeatedly rejected his advances, calling him out for being in a relationship. But Landon seemed persistent, suggesting they meet in person to clear things up. Fans who read the leaked messages were quick to point out how Landon appeared to downplay his relationship with Liz, referring to it as not real and complicated.
Food, so like I can't even really see her. She's sitting by her friend, and I thought, oh my God, that's Liz.
When the backlash hit, Landon decided to share the messages himself, likely hoping to prove that the conversation wasn't as bad as it seemed. However, his attempt at transparency backfired. Fans saw the chats as proof of his intentions. Whether he was being overtly flirtatious or not, he was clearly pursuing someone outside his relationship. The timing made things even worse. Liz was pregnant during this ordeal, adding a layer of betrayal that left fans furious. One fan commented, "How can someone do this while their partner is carrying their child? It's disgusting." But this was just the tip of the iceberg. As the internet was still processing the cheating scandal, an even more shocking set of allegations surfaced. This time from another woman who claimed Landon's behavior went far beyond disloyalty. Just as the internet was still reeling from the cheating allegations, a TikTok user came forward with even more disturbing claims against Landon. This woman, who claimed to have dated Landon in the past, accused him of emotional, physical, and mental abuse during their relationship. Her revelations were detailed and shocking, leaving fans stunned and questioning everything they thought they knew about Landon. According to the woman, Landon initially came across as safe and understanding, using her past traumas to gain her trust. But as the relationship went on, she said he manipulated her, repeatedly crossed her boundaries, and betrayed her trust. She alleged that Landon cheated on her multiple times and would gaslight her when she confronted him about it. What really grabbed attention were her claims that Landon stalked her after their relationship ended. She revealed that he would show up uninvited at her house, send her flowers, and email her persistently, even after she had blocked him on all platforms. Shockingly, she also said Landon tracked down her therapist and tried to interfere with her therapy sessions. In one instance, the situation escalated to the point where the police were called. According to the ex, Landon raised his hand to her during an argument, leaving her no choice but to involve law enforcement. She shared screenshots of emails and messages where Landon repeatedly apologized, admitted to hurting her, and begged for forgiveness. One of the most heartbreaking claims she made was about how Landon exploited her vulnerability. In her TikTok, she said, "He made me feel like I was safe with him, like he understood my trauma, and then he used it against me." Fans were outraged when these allegations came to light, with many calling Landon a manipulative and abusive partner. But instead of staying silent, Landon decided to fight back, unleashing his own series of posts, screenshots, and accusations that only added more fuel to the fire. In response to the mounting allegations, Landon took to social media to share his side of the story. But instead of calming the storm, his posts seemed to intensify the backlash. Landon claimed that the hate he was receiving online was being exaggerated and exploited to make him look worse than he actually was. He accused his ex of spreading lies and even shared photos of injury marks on his neck, implying that he had been the victim of physical abuse in the relationship. Landon wrote, "How crazy is it for your abuser to claim you abused them? I've never and would never hit a woman, even when they hit me." To further support his claims, Landon shared screenshots of messages from the therapist his ex allegedly saw. According to Landon, the therapist had initially been involved in couples counseling sessions with both of them, which contradicted his ex's claim that she sought therapy only after their breakup. He used this as evidence to suggest that her narrative wasn't entirely truthful. But Landon's posts didn't stop there. He also accused his ex of leaking his work number and invading his privacy, calling the situation toxic and damaging. Fans were quick to dissect his response, with some supporting his claims and others saying he was deflecting blame. One of the most controversial parts of Landon's response was when he accused his ex of being the real manipulator, saying, "After the relationship ended, all I could think was how bad she was for me. And now she's trying to ruin my life online." However, critics pointed out that this statement didn't align with the messages he sent her in the past, where he apologized repeatedly and admitted to hurting her. Landon's attempt to clear his name only further divided the internet. While some fans believed him and said the situation seemed more complicated than it appeared, others doubled down on their criticism, accusing him of gaslighting and refusing to take accountability. As the drama escalated, one thing became clear. The truth about Landon's behavior wasn't going to be easily resolved. And with both sides sharing damaging claims and screenshots, the story was far from over. As the allegations circulated online, the backlash against Landon intensified. Social media users flooded platforms like TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram with their takes, creating a sharp divide between those who believed the women's accusations and those who supported Landon's side of the story. On one hand, many fans were quick to condemn Landon, pointing to the screenshots, emails, and detailed accounts shared by his ex-girlfriends as undeniable evidence of his manipulative and toxic behavior. One user commented, "The fact that multiple women have come forward with similar stories says everything we need to know. This isn't a coincidence. It's a pattern." Others took issue with his attempt to paint himself as the victim, saying that his public response was more about saving his reputation than actually addressing the allegations. The impact of the controversies on Landon's career has been undeniable. Once seen as a rising star, Landon is now at the center of one of the most polarizing scandals on the internet. And the fallout is just beginning. Brands and collaborations that previously worked with Landon have reportedly started distancing themselves, with many unwilling to associate their name with someone accused of abuse and manipulation. This shift has led fans to speculate whether Landon's career is headed for an irreversible decline. Some have pointed out that the entertainment industry has little tolerance for these kinds of allegations in today's cancel culture climate. One fan wrote on Instagram, "It doesn't matter if he's innocent or guilty at this point. His reputation is already ruined. No brand is going to want to take that risk." However, others believe that Landon might still have a chance to bounce back. They argue that if he can provide more substantial evidence to support his claims and take steps to rebuild his image, it's possible he could regain some of the trust he's lost. But even this comes with challenges, as public trust is hard to earn back once it's broken. For now, Landon seems to be in damage control mode, but the clock is ticking. Every new piece of information, every response or lack of one, and every fan reaction will determine whether his career survives or crumbles under the weight of these allegations. As the drama unfolds, one thing is clear. This story is far from over. And with both sides continuing to share their narratives, the internet will be watching closely to see how it all plays out. As the dust begins to settle, many are starting to look beyond the individual allegations and focus on the bigger picture. The core of the controversy surrounding Landon isn't just about one incident or one relationship. It's about a pattern of behavior that multiple women have now accused him of. From Wizard Liz's claims about cheating and emotional manipulation to another ex's accusations of stalking and abuse, the stories share unsettling similarities. Both women describe a man who allegedly exploited their vulnerabilities, crossed boundaries, and then tried to control the narrative when things fell apart. Psychologists and social media commentators have chimed in, highlighting how manipulative behavior in relationships often follows similar patterns. One expert noted, Abusers tend to isolate their partners, make them feel dependent, and then gaslight them when accusations arise. Fans are now debating whether Landon fits this profile, with some calling for deeper accountability and others urging caution in passing judgment too quickly. At this point, Landon's story feels like a cautionary tale, one that's far from over. The allegations against him have left his reputation in tatters, with fans divided and his career hanging by a thread. While some believe he can recover if he takes accountability, others see these claims as too severe to be forgiven. But what happens next depends on Landon himself. Will he acknowledge the hurt he's caused and take meaningful steps to rebuild trust? Or will he continue to deflect blame, fueling the backlash even further? This scandal has also exposed a larger issue: the way public figures are held accountable in the age of social media. For better or worse, the court of public opinion now has more power than ever, and Landon is learning this the hard way. As the internet watches closely, one thing is certain: this story is far from over. Whether new evidence emerges, more people come forward, or Landon finally addresses the allegations in full, the drama is only just beginning. What do you think? Are these allegations the result of a toxic relationship gone wrong? Or do they reveal a deeper pattern of manipulation and abuse? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on the internet's most talked about stories. Because in the world of celebrity drama, there's always another layer to uncover.